He was left-handed but switched to right-handed tennis at a critical moment.
And what he did next shocked everyone in the room.
He hit a serve that was out of everyone's expectation. Everyone couldn't believe that the freshman they hadn't thought much of just a few moments ago could be so strong. After David's win over Matt, it was finally time for the final round. His opponent was Nick, who was known as the Data Ghost. At this moment David didn't know that all his data had been recorded by Nick. Nick is a data tennis player. In his mind everything could be analyzed by data. Soon came the day of the match. The match between the two began. Nick was the first to serve. David took the return and quickly ran to the net. But Nick's return suddenly hit David in the opposite direction. Nick took the first point. The second ball was the same. David hits the net and intercepts the ball. Nick predicted the direction of David's shot in advance. In Nick's eyes, David's every move is a set of numbers. The probability of a right return is 82%. The probability of a left return is 75%. Now Nick calculated that the probability of David hitting the ball over the net was 0. As expected, David's return did not go over the net. It turns out Nick had studied all 4 of David's games. 12 straight balls, 5 diagonal balls, 3 high balls. And the probability of David using a diagonal ball is only 25%. Plus Nick is the tallest player in the team. So to David, Nick is like a wall. If he sends a high ball, it will be blocked. So he has to choose between the open right side or the unopened left side, but David's competitive nature will make him choose the more difficult diagonal. That makes the chances of the left side 75%. Nick told David all his tactics and analyses. Nick wanted to give him a hint because he thought he had it in the bag, but David didn't care. Nick admits that David is a very strong player, but in his calculations whatever David hit he could hit back. But David didn't think tennis was a maths problem. He hit a shot right back at Nick with a shot that didn't go over the net, and he did it in a slightly provocative way. And in a slightly provocative tone he asked, "Did you see that one coming?" When the crowd saw the scene they all said David is really arbitrary, because now he's down by 5 goals. If he wanted to win this game he couldn't afford to lose any of the next goals. At this point everyone thought that the outcome of the game has been predetermined. But David smiled. He will use his strength and talent to shock everyone again.